guys. Or I should say afternoon, I suppose. Um, Not feeling well today at all. I'm having a fibro flare. We have some winter weather finally coming our way, and I'm sure that's got something to do with it too. Um, Back is hurting, no energy, not really feeling like getting up or moving around. So I'm just gonna kind of take it easy today, lay low, that sort of thing. Um, so yeah, I don't know how much vlogging I'll do today, and I may just combine today with tomorrow because I'll probably feel better tomorrow if I take it easy today. So, I don't know if this is the only time you'll hear from me today or not, but hopefully I'll be able to vlog and talk to you a little more. Just in a lot of pain, and I took something, and, yeah. Somebody mentioned that I should go to a chiropractor. I used to see a chiropractor for years and years and years, and all that really does is just treat the symptoms. It doesn't fix the problem. And I am at the point where a chiropractor would do more harm than good at this point. I cannot have adjustments or anything like that. I've already had a bruised spinal cord just from the tendon giving away when one of my discs, well, the one disc, when it blew out the first time, it put me in a wheelchair. I can't afford to risk being adjusted and anything moving around. I have severe spinal stenosis, and because of that, it's a narrowing of the spinal cord, and that's not bone. So, there's nothing a chiropractor can do for me. I don't have a problem with chiropractors. Like I said, I used to see one, I saw one for years, and he kept me adjusted, things like that. But there's not anything that can be done as far as adjustments or anything like that now. I need surgery, and that's my only option. I have been to see the best neurosurgeon ever. The best one there is. And, I've seen multiple doctors, second opinions and everything. And my only option to get out of pain and to move on is surgery. It's a serious surgery. It's a really, really invasive surgery, and it's a 6-month recovery, and you start out on a walker for a while. If I can get by with resting sometimes and just kind of getting over the flare, then I'd rather do that. I'm just trying to avoid surgery. But, I feel bad generally all over today. My fibro is flared up, and I just have down days, guys. We all have bad days, and I have them. And when I have them, this is what it looks like. If you have been with me since the beginning, then you've seen me when I've had bad days before. So, it is what it is. So I'm just going to rest. I'm going to get up here in just a minute. I'm going to go take care of Izzie. She needs to go back out again. So I'll take her out, probably give me a cup of coffee, and just try to relax. I will hopefully talk to you guys again before the end of the day. Gotta brush you, baby girl. Gotta keep you from getting mats like you've got in the top of your hair. She's terrible because she gets mats in the top of her where her ponytail is on the top of her head, and I have the hardest time keeping her from digging it out or whatever, and she does not like me to aggravate her with brush. But, I mean, if I don't, then she'll get knots and this long fur. And her face is kind of wet right now, so I'm not going to try and brush it too much. Other than she's got a few little, be still baby girl, she's got a few little spots right around her face. Come here, let mommy see. So she's got a few little spots that I love to keep her brushed when I can because it keeps her fur all nice. And it's raining outside right now, so it's a good time to kind of brush her up, because if she gets wet and everything, then what'll happen is she'll have tons and tons of mats, and they'll get wet, and yeah, so there's that. So I like to keep her brushed and try to keep the knots out of her fur, and I do go all the way down to her paws, and she she doesn't like it when I get her paws. She doesn't like it at all. But what she really doesn't like is when I get her head. Look at her hair. She looks like she's been rolled around outside. She's so rotten. You're so rotten. But I love you though. Okay, let's get this out of your hair. Sit. Keeping up with your baby dogs. Guys, you don't get them like you can't care for them, you know? If you're not willing, I mean, I don't feel like doing this, but you know what? It's got to be done. She's got to be taken care of. And what she does is she rolls around. Oh, I need to like clean out her brush here. She rolls around and she scratches her head until she gets it to the point where she's got grass and all kinds of stuff stuck in her hair. And she's really got it going this time. So I can't. You're going to have to sit right here because I can't reach that far. It hurts my back, sweet girl. She's got a knot, just a mat, right on the top of her head. That it's going to take me forever to get this out. But I have to do it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And she doesn't like it either. But I have to kind of... It sounds like I'm ripping and tearing, but I'm really not. I haven't gotten to the worst part yet. No, I haven't. I haven't gotten to that bad part yet. She hates for me to get around her mouth. She doesn't like it at all. And probably because she's got that mat right there that I probably am going to end up cutting out. I'll have to use a pair of scissors to get that part out, because I don't see how that will ever brush out. Yeah, let me get some scissors and work on that. Stay right there, baby. I'm going to reach for the scissors. Right here. I just keep a pair of hair shears that I can use like for myself or for her. I'm moving, y'all. Sorry. And what I do is I just, that way if she ever gets a mat that I know it would just way too painful to brush out, I can just snip out like that right there. And then, and she knows I'm not going to hurt her. She doesn't like it, so she kind of shakes. But that got it away from your chin, baby. Hey. Calm down. Is there another one? I mean, her being wet around the face from drinking her water doesn't help matters. But I got that one that was up around your mouth, baby. See how she's trying to avoid me brushing at her? Oh, I see. And you have another one. That's the problem. Okay, be still. Be still. And, I mean, you know... I hate to cut it out, but I mean, you know, if it's going to be painful for her, I don't want to do it. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Just lay down right here. Just lay down right there. I mean, this is already going to be painful right here. But what I do is I just kind of start at the bottom, at the tip of her hair, and then I kind of work my way up. And I'm using the wire side of this brush, and it seems to work better than just the regular part of the brush at pulling the knot apart and everything. So yeah, I haven't really been doing much today, guys. You know, I haven't felt good. And I did film my first video of my album. I got that done. It's not gonna tomorrow, but the next day. And then cause, well, maybe it is tomorrow. I don't know. I have to look at my schedule, but I got that filmed for day 6, so it's today if today's the 5th, then yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, I got my first 5 days of my album flip through filmed, and so I did that, and I've pretty much just been laying around today. I mean, it's been pouring down rain, and you know, it's funny how you just know your body's telling you that there's weather coming or whatever. So when I did finally get out of the bed today, I went and looked out, and it was just like pouring rain. And I was like, yep, that's it. That's why my back's been hurting so bad, because it was like, that, and it hasn't rained here in a really, really long time. And because of that, it means that my fibro hasn't flared up in a while. And my fibro always flares up. This knot's going to have to be cut. I hate to cut her fur, but I mean, I'm just afraid that it will pull and hurt her. I'm going to get as much hair out of it as I can. The static in her hair is unbelievable. But I'm going to cut this one, because it's just like an unbelievable knot, and I don't want to hurt my baby. No. See that knot? I mean, that is like awful. No, lay it down. Lay it down. Right here. I just got rid of the knot so it won't hurt so much, baby girl. There's still a little bit of it still left there. You can see where she's been scratching her head, and she gets the fur all messed up right there. But I just knew that the rain was coming. I mean, I've been hurting for several days straight now, and I was just like, the weather must be going to change. Well, after I filmed that first clip this morning, my mom texted me and said, are you keeping up with the weather? And she only does that, if there's bad weather coming or something. And I said, well, no, actually, I'm just still kind of laying in the bed, dozing in and out, because I don't feel good. And she said, well, there's rain coming. She said, but we're supposed to get snow. They're predicting snow. And I mean, I'm in the South here, so predicting snow is like a big deal. So everybody, I'm sure, had to run to the grocery store today and get their, bread and such. I don't know what people do with all of the bread and the milk, unless they're just living off cereal if the power goes out. But see, you guys have to understand that we don't get really snow here. It looks like snow, but it's really just ice. It's just a coating of ice. We are so humid here, and all we get is just, that's why we can't snow and everybody gets stranded. It's because it's ice, not snow. And, it doesn't take very much for, what happens is it warms up during the day enough to melt it just a little bit, and then it drops below freezing at night, and it freezes everything. So we just have this big sheet of ice everywhere. And our power lines are just not good for holding up all of that heavy ice, that collects on it or whatever when it happens quickly. So, we act the way we act, and we close schools and those kinds of things because we don't want school buses out on sheets of ice sliding around, sliding around, and our cars are hard to control. It's not like we have, a lot of people have chains, but it's not many that have chains for their tires, to kind of help grip and that sort of thing. But even with chains, sometimes the ice is so thick that you still can't really control it very good. And so that's why, we have power outages, and there's, all these people getting stranded, and we close schools so quick. And sometimes it is a little ridiculous at how much we, sometimes they'll close school just at the threat because, we don't want to be, as teachers, none of us want to be stuck at the school. She's laying as far away from me as she possibly can. We don't want to be stuck in school with, hundreds and hundreds of kids and, no power and no way to get them home to be with their families. And, those things have happened before. And so now they're just a lot more proactive about, winter weather down here because we're just not equipped for it. We don't have sand trucks and things like that. You know, we just don't have the kind of weather that would warrant the cost of it. So, you know, that's everything here just closes down when there's the threat of it and that sort of thing. And so, yeah, it's just life in the South. But yeah, I've just been in my PJs all day. I've not left. I've been either on the couch or I was in the bed until about 12:30. And then I've been on the couch. I've been watching videos. I filmed a video, and then it's time for me to pull her hair up, so I'm gonna have to pull it forward. Let me get your hair forward, and then I'll get it parted, and we'll get it going, baby girl. Okay, let me get the dark part parted back. Let me figure out which part of it I'm gonna pick up. Yeah, I mean, so I'm really not looking forward to there being any winter weather down here in the South. It'd be different if we had this beautiful white powdery snow, but we just don't. And so it's just better when we don't have winter weather. I mean, of course, when I was a kid, I didn't think that way. I wanted it to snow every day when I was a kid, when it was, you know, winter weather, because, I mean, you know, it was fun to plan because we would get just soaking wet, because like I said, it would just be, you know, it would be icy more than snow, and we would get soaking wet to the bone, and it would be so cold out. And I don't know how we stood that when we were kids, but we did. And you know, now as an adult, I see like the treacherous nature of it, as far as having to be out, or, you know, having to worry about the power going out because the limbs broke and that sort of thing, or the power lines fell. And, you know, you don't want to be out where out of power, where you don't have any heat, or you know, there's a lot of people nowadays that are a little bit more prepared. See how long her hair is from the top of her head? That's, I mean, you know, and I'll put it up, and then in just a little while she'll already have dug at it and everything. But at least it keeps it out of her eyes where she can see. And I just use these teeny tiny little elastics. They're just really, really tiny elastics, but they're really good because they don't pull her fur out. And I just try to pull it as far back away from her face as I can, and then I just wrap it several times, and it keeps the fur out of her face, and it keeps her neater looking. And because she really can't see if I just leave it alone. So I try to keep her hair, you know, at least a couple of times a week. I try to fix it because of the way that she paws at it and pulls at her. I mean, and I even noticed she's got a really bad place like right here on her side from scratching, and because she just, I guess her skin's dry. I don't know why, but she has right here on her side, she's right there. She's got a real bad spot where she's got like a wound where you can tell that she probably just scratched herself. But I like to try and get up underneath her, around her collar area too, because it causes a lot of knots and everything. But her, you know, she doesn't really shed, I would say. She doesn't shed. But, I mean, like if I don't brush her, you know, you're going to see fur. And, let me get this side, baby. Let me get this side. But, overall, her breed, it's really good because you don't have to worry too much about any kind of, you know, fur, and having to worry about cleaning your furniture because there's dog fur all over it and everything. I just can't stand dog fur everywhere. So, you know, as long as you brush her and that sort of, let me get your ear, baby. She needs to be groomed, honestly, but I mean, I did pretty good keeping up with her myself. I get her groomed professionally a couple of times a year, and my mouth and my nose. But other than that, be still. Other than that, I take care of her myself. I groom her myself. I trim her up and that sort of thing. But she looks much better when her fur is out of her face. Aren't you, girl? Say, do you want a treat? Are you gonna want to? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you gonna want a treat? She knows that word. Well, let me let you down. I'll be there in just a minute. I'll be there in just a minute, okay? But yeah, I mean, you know, I had to do this with her a couple of times a week, but I really don't mind it. I like taking care of her. I love, you know, she's a little warm body and she takes care of me. So, she's ready for her treat. But I just thought I would talk to you guys about the weather, and I'm sure that's why my back's hurting. A combination of that, you know, and the spinal stenosis that I have. And like I said earlier, it's a narrowing of the spinal cord, and so it's putting pressure on the nerves. And some of that is from the fact that I have a ruptured disc, and it's putting that pressure on that area too. So it's not an adjustment. It's not anything that a doctor can really do. It's, you know, like a chiropractor, like I was saying this morning, because it's the shape of my spinal cord. It's not, you know, it's the casing around the nerves that is kind of dented in, and it's putting pressure on those nerves, and that's what caused the pain. And so, yeah, that's what it is, and I need surgery, and the only way to fix it is to go in and take out the disc that's bulging, and that can't be adjusted. That has to be removed. And so I already have had it shaved done once earlier this year, if you're new to my channel, and I made it through that just fine. But I don't know, it's just not something that I really want to go through. And I mean, you know, I really don't want to go through a 6-month recovery period, you know. So I'm gonna go get her a treat, and yeah, that may be all that I do for the vlog today. I may just upload it like it is for now. I didn't get anything else done other than the things that I mentioned. I am going to be doing a, I ordered this probably a month ago, the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I'm going to be doing a first impressions swatches and a makeup look with it. I want to do a Christmas look. That's going to be one of, I'm going to do at least 2 Christmas looks for part of my December daily, because you guys know I love makeup too. You know, December daily is really about crafty stuff, but I love beauty, and I want to introduce that into my daily December activities, because I like to see what people come up with for looks for Christmas and, you know, holiday activities. And so I'm going to go get her a treat. And I guess that's going to be all, you know. I don't really have much else to talk to you guys about today. It's been a slow day. It's just been one of those days where I've not felt like doing much of anything. And yes, you're getting to see all of the horribleness that is my bedroom. But, you know, it's life, and it's me, and it's real. That's just the way it is, guys. Today has been super, super, super boring because I didn't get any decorating done. My Christmas tree, you can see it standing over there, you know, so you can see it from in here, but it's not got any ornaments on it yet, or any ribbon or anything, because I didn't feel like doing it today. I certainly couldn't climb that ladder up in my attic with my back hurting so bad. So there's that. And then my joints hurt from my fibro, just because of weather changes and things, and it changes my body in lots of ways. So that's that. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching Izzie get her hair fixed. It's not really exciting around here some days, guys. So sometimes I think about, you know, well, should I do Vlogmas, you know, or should I combine a couple of days into one? But I don't know. It takes so long to upload a really long video. So I guess I'll just go with it the way that it is. And if you guys want to watch, you'll watch. And if you don't, you won't. But I understand if it bores you. So she's whimpering. Let me go take care of her. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.